wild times.
Right. The scaredest I've ever been was on Face the Beast, which Forrest was an executive producer on. That was the most I ever thought. I'm gonna lose my entire net worth here because I'm gonna get sued because there's gonna be a death.
What is that? In the Caribbean?
Caribbean, with Ukes, with Andrew Ucles swimming with bull sharks.
Not even in the Caribbean. That was when we were off Florida. The coast of Florida. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Andrew Ucles. We should have him on the pod at some point. He's a funny dude. He is not a waterman. Okay. So Patrick and I created and produced and sold a show called Face the Beast, which had potential to be incredible, and just history absolutely blew it. But regardless, we had this awesome show that we made, and the host for it was this guy named Andrew Ucles. And Peter, when you're bored tonight, Google his YouTube and just go. You'll love it. I guarantee it. He wins every Darwin Award. Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Like way more Darwinian than the stuff we've watched.
Yep.
How do you spell Ucles?
UCL. He has a huge YouTube following. Well, it's not huge, but he has a couple of videos that have like 30, 40 million.
His title on Wikipedia is YouTuber. So
there you go.
There you go.
Anyway, long story short, he's not very comfortable in the water. And we sell this awesome show. The first episode with crocodiles. He knocks it out of the park. He's super good with crocs. He's good on land. He builds incredible traps. Killer. Zero hesitation, zero problem. Episode number 2, this is all with like big gnarly animals, sharks. So we go to do the stuff, and he's like, yeah, mate, I've been snorkeling. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. He's Australian. And we get there, and the guy can barely swim. I mean, it's like a disaster. Really can barely swim. And we're literally, day 1, Patrick? I'm like, all right, we're going to do bull sharks first. And I'm going to get Mike Dornelis, who's like the world's leading bull shark guy, to get them all fired up. We're here in the peak of the season. We're going to get 15 bull sharks around. Ucles, we're going to get in the water together. I get it. Like, you told me you've been diving. You know what to do. Just trust me on this one thing. Don't get in the chum slick. Like, you can do anything you like. You can touch the sharks. You can swim behind them. You can swim in front of them. Just don't fucking get in the chum slick. We're there. I'm talking to Mike. I'm working with the camera guys about positioning. I look up. He's literally like a baby bird suckling at the fucking chum slick box. Like, he's literally, it's like Mike shakes the crate and this cloud of dead fish just engulfs this kid. And these fucking bull sharks just come charging in like full speed, mouths open, snapping. And Mike bolts in there. Mike's way better with sharks than I am. R.I.P. Mike, or was better with sharks than I am. And bolts in there and like pushes 2 sharks off Ucles. I grab him by like the leg and like rip him out of the chum slick. I mean, it's like, and this is all happening like bam, 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 bam. And Patrick probably remembers even better than I do, but like I lost my temper on him. I was like, get back to the fucking boat. Like I lost my temper.
And Dornelis both
you almost died.
They came to the surface and it was obvious that something different had happened.
Yeah.
And both Forrest and Mike Dornelis were like screaming at the surface of the water. But meanwhile, not great visibility there off Florida, but there's 50 to 60 bull sharks.
Right.
That are still swarming, and some are at the surface and there's thrashing, and they're just like surrounded by these thrashing sharks, just being like, get him the fuck on the boat.
Oh my God,
and then
dude.
He's swimming over to the boat all pissed and, comes over to me. He's like, mate, I can't be reined in like this, mate. I just got to do my thing. I'm like, no, I think you almost just died, man. Like, it's pretty clear.
Wait, so the bull sharks, they're aggressive, right?
They kill more people than any other shark. They bite more people than any other shark, period, and kill more people than any shark except for great whites.
So the Jaws
you can't
story,
rein me in, mate.
The real story that the movie Jaws is based on, which happened in New Jersey, that was a bull shark, not a white shark.
Correct.
Right? So that was a bull shark that was killing people at the beach, and then it would swim up the river, and it was killing people in the river.
Yep.
Yikes.
Now, they're not demon creatures, of course, but they're just they kill a lot of people. My understanding of it is because they're often found in places where you don't expect to encounter a shark.
They're very coastal, and the other thing is they have the highest testosterone levels of any shark. They're just like charged up, level 10 at all times. They're crazy. I mean, nobody should really get in the scenario we put Andrew in, but because he, told us how good he was with these big animals, which he was, and I don't want to discredit him, but he was not with sharks. And, I had done a lot of shark work. Mike obviously was the best. And so we thought we had control in the situation, and we did not.
Another funny moment from that shoot. Brian Grossenbacher, who's like the fisherman guy. So there's two hosts. Ukels was like the wild man. Brian was like the I'm going to plan the mission guy.
Right.
And they were attempting to tag a bull shark, and so it's not hand lining, but it was a hand line, right?
Yeah, they used a rope. Yeah, I think it was a hand line. I can't really. Yeah, it was.
So we had the tagger guy there, who's the actual scientist who was going to implement the tag, and our two guys were going to catch this bull shark. And the guy says to Brian, who had the line, he was like, "Do not wrap that line around your hand."
Oh yeah,
like
that's right.
You know, you're tempted if you got your dog on a leash, you want to get it tighter. You wrap things around your hand. It's the temptation.
Right.
He's like, "Do not wrap it around your hand, dude. Like if the shark if you get the hit and it goes, just the hand's coming off."
Right.
So he says that, and I take note of it, and I'm thinking about where the cameras are, and I'm kind of looking around, whatever. About 5 minutes go by, and I look, and he's got the rope so tightly wrapped around his fucking hand. And I'm like, Brian, I go, unwrap your hand. He's like, oh, sorry. Literally 25 seconds later, the shark grabs the line.
I remember that.
Oh, my God.
I was like, he almost just lost his hand. This is like a nice 50-year-old man who almost just lost his hand in the middle of the ocean.
He was like the nicest guy ever, too.
You guys were essentially filming a Faces of Death 7 or whatever.
Man. And none of that ever makes the show. That's what's crazy, right? Because you didn't see Ukels almost get eaten because it happened like as we were getting started and like the cameras weren't on him and everybody was filming. It's just like none of it ever makes the show.
Wild times.
So if you want more behind the scenes stuff that we cannot show on YouTube, Darwin Awards, video breakdowns and reviews, check out the Patreon. It's full of hours and hours of incredible exclusive content, stuff that you guys are gonna love. Swipe up, click the link, do the thing, come and hang out on Patreon. See you guys there.